Right, good morning, and I'm up in the cabin today for a couple of hours, which I always look forward to. And last night I finished the Florentine command stand and a small gun, and that will complete that first Florentine division for pike and shot. And what I'll do at the end of this video, I'll show it in full. The command stand, which I'll show you in greater detail, is Perry Metals. 2 figures there, and the gun for the division is the rather spindly looking gun by Warlord, but it's quite a characterful little piece. So that's those two. I'm now on to 12 Perry-plastic light cavalry. And these will be armed with the spear lance type, and then that will give me, once I've painted these up, that will give me 3 units of Florentine cavalry. Command stand for them, and then that should be that division done. So I'm quite looking forward to painting these up, these light cavalry. Heard good things, and so far so good with the horses. I think they look quite good, quite nice. I was down the club on Sunday, and my mate Mark passed me over a bag of metal, and this is a commission I'm going to do for him. These are the Gringo's 40 Marmalukes, only 10 figures and a command stand consisting of two horsemen. But what I need to do is to finish these first. The light cavalry first, because I can't leave a project halfway through, otherwise I'll never go back to it. So I'll show you those. The Gringo's 40s Vietnam figures I'm a big fan of, and these Napoleonics are quite something. So I'll show you those in a moment. Oh yes, and when I was down the club, my friend Tony, who gave me those Rules of Engagement Americans, he brought down this box for me. It's alright, it's not a one-way street, it's things go backwards and forwards between us. And this is US Airborne, but not, as it says on the box. And this is a box full of those scalps designed by Paul Hicks, which you can't really get anymore. And these are my favourite scalps with the US Airborne. I think they're packed full of character, and again I'll show you in greater detail in a moment. So yes, that was a very nice prezi to receive. So I've got, I think there's about another platoon for bolt action in here, lots of support weapons, and with those Americans he gave me a couple of months ago, I can feel the huge, once they're painted up, I can feel the huge force of Americans. But I will paint them, but when do you use them? You know, you've got a club game on a Sunday. I don't know. It's a nice problem to have. And what I have done, which I will do, which I haven't done for a while, is a couple of shouts. And these guys have got quite a substantial number of subscribers already, but in case you missed them, the first one is Desmondo's Shed of War, and this guy puts on some very good historical battles, war games, and Chain of Command, 28mm, and a few other bits and pieces. I think there was an Indian Mutiny, which I enjoyed very much. So what I'll do, I'll leave a link to these. You pop over and subscribe, and it never hurts, does it? And the second one is Ken from Big War Games. Now Ken hasn't been particularly well of late. He's come back to making videos again, and he is primarily involved in rapid fire 20mm, and he was doing a D-Day type scenario, and you've got to go over there and have a look. He knows his stuff, and he's got a nice way about it in the way he talks through the scenarios, and say his knowledge of the period is first rate. So pop over and see Ken and subscribe. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll go into greater detail what's been going on. Right, so this is the first of the Florentine divisions or battalion, and the units are some swordsmen by Perry's and their metals, periplastic crossbow, periplastic arquebus, and a pipe block. Obviously this force needs to be expanded, but I'm quite pleased the way it's come out. The latest additions, as I showed you earlier, is this small gun, and I've just about to show you what I've been doing, and I forgot I haven't painted this guy's back. It should be flesh tone, so it's easy to get to, so I'll do that. Just 1 second. And that's a gun by Warlord in metals. Bit fiddly to put together, but quite an interesting looking piece. And then the command stand by Perry once again. Cardinal on a donkey type thing, and talking to somebody who looks like a tin can. So that's those. So I'm pleased with that. It looks quite a nice looking force, but certainly need more pike. Right, now let me think. I'll move this around here. I'll show you quickly. Bring that back there. This is just a quick look at what Tony gave me, and say these are the early Paul Hicks sculpts. Well, early, I think they're packed full of character. And I like the way the, what have we got there? Oh, that's a guy with a mohawk. I like the way the uniforms bloused. You see the pictures of them, the paras in D-Day, on D-Day, and the uniforms aren't certainly close fitting. So yes, I'm very lucky to get these. Walking along with a 30 cal. Bit of flash, but nothing untoward. These are very, very nice. Running forward with a 30 cal tripod. Right, so that's that. I won't show you the, I won't show you one. This is the commission I'll be starting probably at the end of this month. And these are Mamelukes by Gringos 40 and big figures, very nice. This guy here is the trumpeter. And figures like this will take a bit of working out. They fit nicely. He does fit nicely. Should make for a very colourful unit. Say just 10, and that's a unit in the Grand Manor that Mark plays. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, looking forward to that. But so I've got to finish what I'm doing at the moment, because I do get a bit waylaid. You see what I've done here, I've just put the base colours on, giving the horses a wash. And what I'll do today, the time I have available, is highlight them. I don't put the whites on at this stage. What I'll do, say if I've put any white on the legs, socks on the legs, I normally paint all the colours, highlight, and then I'll put a light grey first and then white on top. Sounds a bit complicated sometimes, but when you get motoring it's not too bad. But say nice looking horses they are. Okay, that's it. Go and check those 2 shouts out because you won't be disappointed. And the Italian Wars project is coming along, but still not enough for a battle. So I shall press on. Thanks for watching.